Bombarda! Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. This is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Bombarda! Incendio! Revelio! Incendio! Compulso! Defendo! Revelio. Incendio. Compulso. Revelio.
There's something here by the altar.
Compulso. Revelio. Compulso.
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
I need to find a safe way across.
Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Bombarda. Accio. Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Leviosa.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Compulso. Revelio. Bombarda. Repulsor. Accio. Revelio. Bombarda.
Did you hear that?
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Revelio.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperius Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
I don't think learning the Imperius Curse is a good idea.
Really? But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there. Here we go.
Revelio.
Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Ringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Tracy. Never knew spiders could make such a
Revelio.
mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Revelio.
Another barricade, considering how
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Revelio. Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Revelio.
Keep going.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Bombarda. Incendio. Incendio. Sendo. Bombarda. Incendio.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Confringo. Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? Revelio! Accio! The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Ominous. Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back then?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like ominous. It'd only upset her.
Bombarda! Incendio!
I shall avenge your death!
Levioso!
I'll get you for that!
All of Randolph's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet.
Levioso! Revelio! Levioso! Flipendo! Levioso!
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
You haven't had much of a stew like what?
Is that the best you can do?
Right! Keep out the way! Incendio!
Fight!
Levioso! Incendio!
Fight about as wet as a puff ski!
Not with Bombarda!
Me down!
Confringo!
Stop provoking them!
I'm handling it.
How no?
Are you quite finished?
Keep out the way! Confringo!
Levioso!
Confringo! You have to fight! Get out of your reach!
Ringo! Levioso!
You'll not win here!
Be careful! Mind!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister!
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish...
It might be best to let him calm down a while.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from it.
Revelio!
was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Salah.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he...
Out of instinct? This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our... That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic... Why, Sebastian?
Revelio. Nice to see you again.
Likewise.
What do you have for...
What are we looking for today? This will do just fine. Thank you. Thank you again for delivering those potions. Hopefully Pippin's quality will meet mine and my client's expectations. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio. 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 Capolso. Accio. Capolso.
Levioso!
Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio. Revelio.
Glacier! Bombarda! Glacier! Reparo! Bombarda! Levioso! Incendio! Glacier! Defender! Repulsor! Confringo!
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. This place has seen better days. Revelio.
Bombarda! Incendio!
Revelio.
Incendio!
Revelio.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa! Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down. Knowing Amit, he's likely studied here.
Revelio.
If only Professor Fig could have seen that.
Revelio.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned.
Revelio.
What do you have in store for me this time?
Revelio.
That's that. Settled.
Revelio. Revelio.
I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Cabalso.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Confringo. Places. Defender. Depulsor. Revelio. 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 Accio. Guardium Leviosa. Places. Revelio. Accio. Guardium Leviosa. Revelio.
It won't be long now before we find another repository.
I deserve better than betrayal.
Hydrophicus totalis. Accio. Depulso. Glacius. Bombarda. Confringo.
Pity. Not quite.
Glacius.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Leviosa. Bombarda. Incendio.
Prepare to surrender now.
Leviosa.
Put me down!
Incendio. Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise. Revelio. Repulsor. Revelio. Revelio.
Deep cannot believe how many beasts you have here.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it, or be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it. But I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Revelio.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis and the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it... This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Triptychus Totalis.
Rather unwise coming this way.
Incendio.
I'll bury you in
Confringo!
Incendio.
Kill spells glance off of me.
Accio. Incendio. Bombardo. Levioso.
Let's get this over.
We make a good team.
We do it
Once again, we can fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Someone there?
Expelliarmus!
I shall avenge your death.
Glacius!
I won't rest.
Expelliarmus!
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Wouldn't mind a plum job at Gringo. Someone's
Totalis! Leviosa! Revelio! This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Not your best moment, I fear.
Bombardo! Accio! Incendio!
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Revelio. Accio.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Bombarda. Incendio. Revelio.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or any number of endearing. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Bombarda. Incendio. Revelio.
That bridge has seen better.
Leviosa. Reparo. Revelio. Revelio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
He would at that.
Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war. Incendio.
Accio. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Glacius. Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment. We have another fight on our hands.
I won't rest. Descendo. Coming back this way. Let's get this over.
Leviosa. Descendo. Expelliarmus.
Revelio.
Confringo.
We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they've been waiting.
Leviosa, descendo. Bombarda. Incendio. Incendio.
Confringo.
Bombarda. Accio. Levioso. Bombarda. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
You Gryffindors don't
Incendio.
not think bravery, you know.
Revelio.
A rune symbol. Like a cabin door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio.
Surprised to find a couple more rune symbols. Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isidore. Sebastian, I think I
Hopefully it will
found
help us
something.
unravel more of this
Canvas
mystery.
piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space? Isidora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of it.
Rackham? I haven't heard.
Here are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isidora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the
Revelio.
This place is odd, to be sure. And I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Should we head there now? Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally.
A goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up.
I do, but...
Not all goblins what? Have you
No, Sebastian, I have...
Why would I listen to someone's...
Perhaps your uncle was right about you.
Oh, I do know when. Unbelievable.
Revelio.
This game's the best one ever!
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall...
I did. I do.
It is. His name is He's waiting for me near a goblin mine.
Of course. How exciting.
I think he simply wants to show me something.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Lodgok is...
Of course. I just want...
Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. Goblin himself would be proud. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives...
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting... Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he...
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of ration. Damn Bragbor and his bluff.
Bragbor?
Not long ago, Ranrock sent me... They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified. Ranrock recruited others. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names.
A good castle. Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what... For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our life. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magic... He is.
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as...
I can, sir.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need some...
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may... And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk it. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye of...
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe
Revelio.
I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Revelio.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Accio! Revelio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Accio. We need to be careful, as I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Why don't you come up here and fight me?
Incendio. Get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door. Revelio.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Bombarda. Incendio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio. Bombarda. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think
Revelio.
that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? Clever.
It's always my turn for patrol.
Expelliarmus.
Get away! Nice try. Little bag of tricks, won't you? Rather unwise coming back this way.
Listen.
Seems you're up. I won't miss.
Defender.
You find it!
You won't get away with that.
Defender. Places. Cabalcia.
You won't get away with that.
Places. Defender.
I will make you pay.
Protego. Places.
Oh, this really is too
Revelio.
much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Accio.
Devil's snare. We're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio. Incendio.
There's a hole in my pocket.
Incendio.
Quite good at sneaking up.
Who is it?
Vegetables in co- know you're here somewhere. Let's get this over with.
Expelliarmus.
One less human to worry about.
I will have my revenge!
should be the last of them, Amit. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Revelio. Don't think I've found all the plans. I'd best keep looking. Aloha, Mora. Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could
Revelio.
contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to... Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plan.
I fear you are correct. Other than...
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the...
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then...
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I hope Professor Fig...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Revelio.
you come to the...
Be it upon your heads when our expectations take flight like thestrals. Be it upon your conscience when our graves find us all too soon.
Revelio. Places. Professor Howell. Revelio. Glacius. Revelio. Glacius. Revelio. Glacius.
I prefer the latter.
There. I'm not going to hurt you. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
We should speak with Mr.
Glacius! Defendo!
What's in the Hogsmeade?
Glacius! Confringo!
I think I know how.
Revelio!
The center was about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Revelio! That wasn't too hard. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Thank you again for delivering those potions.
Nice to see you again.
Likewise. What can I help you with today?
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Could it be a Merlin trial? Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. That's that. Settled.
Cheeky tourists wandering around of late. Always asking about our quaint country legends and whatnot.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new upgrade.
You'd like me to report back?
You know me well. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, miss.
I hope you are able to complete these. Do be careful, of course. I look forward to our next meeting.
Perhaps I could test out one new upgrade on the way. Hogsmeade, here I come.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle. That's Archie and Agabus, Filbert, Otto.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if...
Very well.
I knew I could rely. We need to know how they are being blackmailed. Meet me here after you... Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Protego! Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophil...
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into...
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone. The note stated that I only had a few days to but the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help.
I shall do all I can.
Very well. Here's the...
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we haven't told Mr. Hill yet. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here...
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly, in an instant. He said, your secret is safe as long as I can supply. I've been able to cover for his request, but I can't keep it up for much longer.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings. Of course, none of this bodes well.
I met Mr. Hill the day...
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses... I'd lose my job in...
Thank you for
I would love... As for Rosie's letter...
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Revelio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Accio! Revelio!
Hello there.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Protego. Bombarda. Levioso. Bombarda. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Bombarda. Accio. Lumos. Glacius. Expelliarmus! Protego!
Ready for a little change in fashion, are we? Plenty to choose from here, so...
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere. Revelio!
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak up, but I feared Harlow's retaliation.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Brook. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified. And Harlow, I watched helplessly, lying there in my end. I was shaken to my...
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again.
I suppose. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Revelio.
Muggles have made
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! Revelio. Accio. A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio.
I should think and I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Just keep an eye out.
Revelio.
I've seen her show more affection to a hawk lump.
I ought to pay that pretty little shopkeeper in, baby. Locks and guards can't stop me.
Lad,
Expulso! Very agile.
Expelliarmus!
Incendio.
What are your thoughts on?
Bombarda. Incendio.
Quite conductive, aren't we?
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Incendio. Accio. The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio. Revelio.
We should speak to her again.
Bombard them.
Tell her to say nothing. Boss will deal with her when he arrives. From above! Take her! Expose her! Incendio! You made a grave mistake! Wanna look up? Bombarda! Expulso! Levioso! Expulso! Flash of infinite!
And no one to share in my victory. Revelio. He must be here somewhere. Revelio.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will... When he helps.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked.
Revelio.
Any luck with my wand? My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Hello, Hamura. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking...
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Wizard cat. What?
Don't tell us. Revelio.
Who's the Trifficus Totalis?
Revelio. Trifficus Totalis. Revelio. It's Totalis. You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio. Revelio. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Revelio. Expelliarmus. Traces. Protego! Stupid! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Defender! Intrigo! Repulsor! Stupid one! Revelio. Revelio.
It's been ages since I found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
Huh. The location marked on the map isn't far from here. Revelio. Barracus Totalis. Revelio. Barracus Totalis.
I would say that Irondale is not.
Revelio. Barracus Totalis.
I'll be off to the tavern after this.
Revelio.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Revelio.
Protego! Ah, Comprego! Rookwood, Confringo! Incendio!
Revelio.
Incendio!
Revelio. I know what that means. Merlin trial. Reparo. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Revelio.
Man becomes who he surrounds himself with. Meet a thief, become a thief. Meet a fool, become a fool. My thinking is that I prefer this voice to get my claws out.
Reparo. Merlin himself will be proud. Expelliarmus! Defendo! Revelio! Glaciers! Defendo! Protego! Compulsor! It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Revelio.
I can be used for better things than this so-called patrol.
Revelio. Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here. Revelio. Pardon? Were you calling to me?
I was. I'm Marianne Moffat. Pleasure.
Ah, yes, the magical bird.
Peculiar things, aren't they? Did you know that I'm worried about a large albino, do you recall? If I had her, I'd treat her like...
Seems you're more concerned with the...
Indeed. I can't seem to rescue her.
I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, one last thing.
Revelio.
Be prepared to chase her. I sometimes wonder if she actually enjoys the pursuit.
If it thinks it's got half a chance.
I suppose I should watch for Gwenira. At night, apparently.
My advice when dealing with underwater creatures: for a canut and for a galleon.
Revelio. Revelio.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Revelio.
That's that. Settled.
Nothing like being